to design the classroom activities. And here's a citation of this paper, and it's from International Journal of Psychological Studies. And here's the content of today's presentation. In introduction part, there are two sections including background and the purpose. The background of the study is to maximize the implementation of school-based curriculum of English in large class with mixed ability learners. And the purpose of the study is to understand learning strategy as a front line in learner-centered approaches in teaching and learning English as a foreign language. In literature review part, there are three sections. First one is issues of learner-centered instruction. Second, learner autonomy. The last one is language learning strategy. The first one, issues of learner-centered instruction. According to Wimmer said, learner-centered teaching is a teaching approach in which students have more control over their learning. That means students should be an active role in their learning. And second, learner autonomy. According to EO, teachers should become agents on developing students' autonomy in the classroom content. That means teachers should be a helper in student learning process. The last one is language learning strategy. Oxford divided them into two main classes, such as that's direct and indirect. Indirect part, there are three sections. They are memory, cognitive, and compensation strategy. Activity of memory strategy, such as using flashcards to teach students, and cognitive strategies such as we always tell the students to speak out while they want to memorize the vocabulary. That's cognitive strategy. As for compensation strategy, teachers always use prefix, roots, and suffix to teach students the new words. And as for indirect strategy, they are mixed cognitive, affective, and social strategy. Mixed cognitive strategies such as if the student want to get higher score like TOEIC test of 800 scores, they buy a book to study to want to achieve self-achievement. That's mixed cognitive strategy. And as for affective strategy, means when students feel nervous or a lot of pressures, they will take some activities such as take deep breath to release his pressure. That's affective. As for social strategy, like when students have some problem, they will ask others for help. That's social strategy. And here's the research question, and I will discuss in the finding part. And in methodology part, there are two sections, including population and sampling, and instrumentation. The participants of this study are 170 students of 11th grade of senior high school students who study at Makassar in Indonesia, and in academic year 2010 to 2011. And 56 of them, which from SMA degree 15 Makassar and SMA degree 16 Makassar, were randomly selected as a sample. You may ask me what is SMA degree 15 and 16 Makassar, right? Yes. I asked my husband's colleague in Indonesia. Okay, and that's SMA in English means senior high school, and yes, degree means national school, not private school.
Okay, so one more time, SMA means the
senior high school.
Senior high school.
Yes,
Okay.
and Negro is national school, not privacy. And Makassar is a place. And as for 15 and 16, that means different students' learning ability.
So that's label.
Yes,
So which one is bigger? 15,
16.
16 is bigger.
The large number means higher level.
Good.
And the questionnaire in this study was strategy inventory for language learning, and it has 50 items to assess this category, with 5 points Likert scale from always true to never true. And it accumulates student response in 3 levels. High, it means is 3.5 to 5. And median it means is 2.5 to 3.49. And low, it means is 1 to 1.49. And here's the finding. I will show you the result of the study. The first one research question is, what strategies are more frequently used in learning English? The table showed us that the students use metacognitive strategy more often. And
Just when everybody take a look at, go back to the slide 14. Do you remember the high means the score from 3.5 to 5? So this means high. So come back to the 15, slide 15. Did you see that? So the category, the final column, here category means high here. So the range, the mean is 3.65. Okay, so just depend on the 3 labels.
yes. Okay, the research question 2 is, what activities are more frequently used in each category of strategy in learning English? In memory strategy part, students review English lesson often. And in cognitive strategy, students practice the sound of English words. And in compensation strategy, if students can think of an English word, they use a word or phrase that means the same thing. And in metacognitive strategy, students pay attention when someone is speaking English. And at effective strategy, students encourage themselves to speak English even when they are afraid of making a mistake. And in social strategy, students ask for help from English speakers. And research question 3, what are the implications of more frequently students' use of strategy in learning English in the implementation of school-based curricula? The result shows that teachers should consider learner potency to identify learning materials and select instruction, and then think various ways to let students be active in learning. And the conclusion of this study is teachers should enter those 6 strategies in design lesson plan and interesting activity to promote learners' autonomy and their participation. And the last one of my presentation is my personal reflection. And for teachers, if teachers know student learning strategy well, they can design the lesson plan more efficiently. And then students can have less anxiety and gain more motivation and learning interest. And at the end of my presentation, I want to share you a sentence from Geller. The important thing in life is to have a great aim and the determination to attain it. So we should stop there until we get the graduate degrees. Thank you.